Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Basics, episode number 1. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I have been kind of in a slump lately. I've been sluggish. I haven't been working as much. I've been sleeping longer. I used to work and go to the gym and be motivated, and I've kind of just lost that motivation. I've lost that everything to do with drive over the last 3 weeks. So I'm going to completely rework everything in terms of dieting, health, the gym. I just went back to a TRT dose, and we are going to go over everything I'm doing to get myself back. Now, we are starting by getting up the day at 8 o'clock, and now that I do not have an actual job to go to, I feel that I've kind of been moseying around the house forever. And I've always said yo, if I didn't have a job, I'd be doing morning cardio and training and night cardio and just going after it. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So we are going to get up, get dressed, take our 3 IUs of growth hormone, and head off to the gym for morning cardio to get this day started. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to be going over all the TRT pros and cons when we get back from the gym, as well as a few other additional tips I have. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, it'll mean the world to me. And let's get to the gym. Alright guys, so first day of morning cardio is done. Sweating, which feels good. It's been a while. It's gonna take a few days to get back in the groove, but we're gonna train some abs, and then I'll see you guys at home to start this video off. Woo! There's nothing like morning cardio to get those endorphins flowing and get the day started. Now, I'm hoping that this will just kick everything up. And I've actually filmed this video twice now. Not once, but twice. And the goddamn $4,000 Sony a7 III is fucking up the audio every single time and only recording on half of the goddamn microphone. So we removed the microphone and it seemed to have fixed the problem. So let's get into TRT before I absolutely lose my mind and roid rage to the fucking nines. So I don't know why you guys think that steroids causes so much rage. It really... Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to do a video! Just kidding. So, we are going to get back into grade 5 middle school right now.
Blake.
What? Do you want to go to war, Malaki?
No.
Because we could go to war.
No.
And hit the who, the what, why, when, how, and then just give you my basic overview. So who? Me, Mark Plummer. Hit that fucking subscribe button, baby! Is going to take a TRT dose of 150 milligrams of testosterone a week, shot every other day with an actual needle. I use 23 gauge needles to inject, and you can do 25. You can use an insulin pen, but when you're my size, an insulin pen does not really get shallow muscular because I'm a little fluffy, as you can see, but you'll guys see in 10 weeks, we are going on a massive cut, and I hope you guys are doing the same because I want to see us all be kings for the summer, party, and do God's work. So I'm going to be taking that, and I'm also going to be taking 3 IUs of growth hormone. Growth hormone just helps my skin, helps my body, helps my beautiful hair, makes sure my nails grow really fast so I can pick up quarters that I find on the ground. We're good to go. So yes, I'm giving up all SARMs. I'm giving up every steroid except testosterone N, and we are getting back to basics. Now, obviously, I want to stay between a 300 and a 900 testosterone range. That is going to be your natural range. Obviously, I would not inject closer to the 300 range. I want to make sure that I'm sitting at the 700-800 range, which is going to be about 150, but I'm going to get blood work done in about 4 weeks, and I'm going to go over where I'm sitting. And if I'm slightly below that 700, then I'm going to just take 175, and if I'm slightly above, then I'm going to drop it, and blood work will tell you everything that you need to know. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing the injections every other day. I don't know if I mentioned that. So why? Over the last 6 years, and 4 of those years I've been taking steroids, I was a huge believer on coming off, and I still am. I bleed coming off. I breathe coming off. I sleep coming off. I believe coming off is going to be the best case scenario for every single person until you have to make the decision that I'm going through right now. When you come off, you teach your body to produce the hormones they're supposed to produce. But I do feel that when we're 35 to 40 in 20 years, that everyone will be taking TRT. Just seems like the way that the medicine is going. But who knows? Who knows if we'll live that long? Who knows if COVID will even be over by then and doctors' offices will even be open? Over the past 4 years, after every cycle, it kind of took longer and longer for my body to get back to a natural limit. Now, after my first cycle, I bounced back in like 2 weeks. My testosterone, my estrogen was perfect. My ALT, my AST, which are your liver enzymes, were perfect. My red blood cell count was perfect. My hematocrit was perfect. Everything was just jolly. But then on my last cycle, it took me almost 3.5 months to get my total testosterone and my free testosterone back to where they should be. And I had my red blood cell count, my hematocrit was just fucking through the roof. And it was just not okay. So there's where I'm kind of at the point where it's like, if I come off everything right now, I'm going to need to dedicate like 6 months of my life to feeling like a bag of dicks and really trying to get my body back to a natural limit. And mind you, I'm taking like 15,000 IUs of HCG, taking 100 milligrams of Clomid, 40 milligrams of Novadex, and it's still taking that long. Just because I have been slightly more aggressive on everything that I've been doing. And right now, there is a lot of things going on in my life that you guys don't even know about, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to tell you soon. I need to be ready to go at any moment. I want to finish this cut. I need to look good. I still have my torn infraspinatus in my shoulder. So as you guys see in the shoulder workout after this, I still cannot overhead press. And I have a stage 4 or 5 bulge between L4 and L5, which I've done everything you could possibly think of for fixing that. And we are just waiting for imaging, and we are going to have to assess that problem. But at least with a TRT dose, you do not have to dedicate 6 months of your life on getting your body back to normal. You can basically go to a TRT and you can be ready to fucking go in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Whenever this back heals and the ball is dropped, I'm ready to break this world record. I'm working every single day to break this world record, and I'm losing weight right now. 1, to get absolutely fucking shredded for summer, which I hope you guys are doing the same. You got this, kings. But I'm also trying to lose weight so it helps reduce the compression on my back so my slip disc will feel a little bit better and I can get back to my prep for breaking this all-time world record. So I just feel that right now in my life, being 23 years old, I want to give the next 6 years to absolutely destroy the fitness industry, destroy YouTube, fucking bring this positive vibes, bring people together, and just fucking go for it, instead of all these like fake ass people that are just lying to you, selling out the minute a fucking product appears in their hand. It's like, goddamn, it's like, use this code for 10% off, use this code for 10% off. So use this code for 10% off for my supplement line. And then the next week they have a different supplement line. And then 2 weeks after that they have a different supplement line. I'm like, bro, like, do you even like these products? Like, do you even take these products? Or do they just offer you a better deal? And I am hugely against this cancel culture. I've created a brand of my fucking self. And if you don't fucking like that, then you can unsubscribe. But I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And it's impossible to cancel someone that has nothing to their fucking name. You know what I mean? So I just want to like lift each other up, but I want to be real with people. And I feel this is the realest way that we could go. And I want to push it for the next 6 years. And this is what it's going to take to get there. That's it. When your RBC and your hematocrit is super high, you have to go donate blood, which will bring those levels down. Blood work is going to be your king. I really think that you just need a CBC, complete blood count, and that will tell you everything that you need to know. I mean, go visit your doctor. Doctors have your best interest in heart, and like I said at the beginning, you're watching this for entertainment purposes, and I don't recommend anyone doing this without the supervision of your doctor. And this is just what I personally am doing, and you should not do the same. And if you think that you're the same as me, you're not, because we're all perfect. And that's what I also want to explain is here's science, and here's your body, and what's going to happen is somewhere in the middle. You could have the science of everything, but here's everyone's body is different. And you just need to get as much information as possible to make the best decision as possible, and your doctor will always have your best interest in heart. Unless you live in Canada, and I told my doctor I was going on steroids, and he's like, I don't want to treat you anymore. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you're not my patient. And I haven't had a family doctor since. So usually I'm going to like 4 or 5 different walk-in clinics just to try to get a blood test. Lucky me. I'd rather just pay for it and live in the States. Now I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of the pros and the cons that I personally came up with on why I would not do this versus why I would. So let's start with the side effects. The testosterone, obviously, again, like I said, has higher RBC and hemocrat levels. You really want to make sure that you can get blood work done every 4 months and make sure that your hemocrat or your red blood cells aren't too high. The thicker your blood, the harder your left ventricle of your heart has to push blood through. Harder that is means more likely for a heart attack. And unless you're giving those to the women, it is not good. Hair loss. Now, I have beautiful hair. I do not, well, not right now, but I do not take finasteride. I do not take any DHT derivative things for my hair. It's just beautiful. If I did ever come into hair issues, I'd probably just take 1 milligram of finasteride every single day, but I was blessed with bad skin genetics. And obviously, you know, testosterone creates more oil production in the skin. Now, between every other day or everyday injections, plus I formulated kind of like my own black charcoal bar of soap. I actually bought the domain and everything. It's called Acne Attack Skincare, and I've been using that. I don't even sell it. Some people were like, yo, you should sell that, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know it's reduced my oil production in my skin, but it's hard to like put your name behind it, even though like I do use it every single day, but I'm still deciding if I want that to be like a full business, but who knows. And then I did do an Accutane cycle when I was younger, which killed off some of the glands. So I do feel that with taking all those measures, I will still be able to keep the skin that I have now, and it would actually be better than if I didn't do a TRT and I just bottomed my testosterone, that I think the influx of the hormones would actually cause me to break out more than just coming down to a natural limit. Higher estrogen levels. Now, I recommend that nobody takes anti-estrogens when they're taking a TRT, because the TRT dose is 75 milligrams to 150, maybe 200 if you're fucked. But I mean, these people that are TRTing at 250, 300, bruh, that's a blast. Like my blast is 500. A TRT is 150. You need to make sure you have those ratios or you'll never get the most out of your blast cycle, bro. You have to listen to me. It's all in your brain. For years, I was coming up and then I'd come off. Come up, come off, come up, come off. And I was really good at maintaining my gains. With taking a TRT, you can go up, maintain, go up, maintain, go up, maintain. Or even if you're at the higher end of your natural testosterone, you can go up and then go up a little. And then go up even more, go up a little. And that is what you want to strive for. You do not want to be doing a 250 TRT and a 500 blast, because you'll just never maximize your blast. And you should never be taking an anti-estrogen on your TRT, because your estrogen will sit in ratio of wherever your testosterone is, and if your testosterone's in a natural limit, so is your estrogen. Sorry, just raging here. So yeah, I do not think anyone should take an anti-estrogen during a TRT, and I will not be. And the last thing that I actually don't have that much knowledge about, and maybe you guys can inform me, is my fertility on TRT. Now, I do need to find a family doctor ASAP because I really want to get sperm frozen. And I know people that have blasted steroids for years and they still were able to have kids. But I mean, having a baby girl is everything to me. Whether it's with my wife or like fucking solo and I just get a surrogate to literally give me a baby girl, hopefully a girl, I would be okay with a guy as well. But I do really want a girl. And that is everything to me. When I'm like 30, 31, I want a baby girl. And I do not want to risk being infertile for too long and risk my chance on not having that. So I hope that I don't get hate for this. I know like a lot of sometimes our views are different and some of you, why do you want a girl, like all this, but I really need to research more on the fertility side and we'll see what happens. But fertility is huge to me and that is a big side effect on running TRT for years on end. Now, the pros that I had, obviously, is just having more stable hormone levels, with having currently 7 sources of income, with possibly another 2 on the way, and just long 18-hour days, plus the injuries, plus the training, plus the cardio, plus the cut, plus the travel plans. I feel that I just need to have like a constant hormone level, and right now, crashing my testosterone, and as you guys know, testosterone is associated with oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. I just do not have time to get depressy, like messy, and just, I don't want to do that. So by keeping my hormone levels like on the high natural side, I'll still have my energy, I'll still have my sex drive, I'll still have my motivation, I'll still have this positivity, and everything can just go according to my plan, which it probably won't, but that's okay. You guys will realize you'll just play it by the wind, and you'll still succeed. Not having to take an aggressive PCT. Now, as you guys know, PCT is quite harmful for your body. So not having to do one is also better, but I mean, TRT, I mean, you're weighing the pros and cons, obviously. And then just making sure that I'm ready to go no matter what, when this competition happens, when my back is ready to go, that I can load up this prep and I have nothing holding me back. Just giving everything I have into fitness. So that is basically my TRT breakdown. If I forgot anything, I'll make sure to do it in the second episode. Like I said, we're doing this huge back to basics. You guys are absolutely going to love it. I'm going to putter around the house for a bit, and then we're getting off to the gym, and I'm going to take you through a full shoulder day breakdown on how I train my shoulders, giving you tips, tricks, and my full routine to try to build these bad boys. So thank you guys for watching. If you don't want to watch the shoulder video, I'll see you next video. But I mean, this shoulder day is fucking intense, so I'll see you in the gym. Ayo, what's going on, guys? So we have Martin behind the camera. Make sure to go check him out. He's just gonna be filming today. No fancy edits. Like I said, we're just gonna break this workout down and show you guys exactly what I'm doing and why. We're gonna be starting off with some shoulder stabilization exercises. You probably see me do them in some other videos, but we're just gonna whip through these and then get to exercise number 1. And then guys, with these, you always want to do them with like a band or a cable. You don't want to do these with dumbbells because gravity is like pushing you down and you want the tension to be pulling you this way. So by doing these with like a band or a cable, you'll be able to like get your external rotators for your shoulder a lot more warmed up than if you just kind of like fling a dumbbell around. Train the shoulders from the back to the front. We're gonna do 2 rear delts, 2 side delts, 2 upright rows, and then 1 or 2 fronts. I normally only do 1 front just because I've used a lot of front delts when I bench. So we're gonna keep the intensity high. We're gonna keep the blood flow going. And we're gonna start off with some single arm rear delt. Again guys, for your rear delts, the overall movement of a rear delt is only about like 2 inches. Anything more than that, you're gonna work your erector spinae, your rhomboid, and your traps. So you'll see when I train rear delts, like the movement is very, very small, but that's what an active range of motion for your rear delt is. If something feels really good, sometimes I'll do a 4th or a 5th set. If something's not feeling good, I'll do like 1 or 2. That's where like learning your body, learning how to train is more important than following a plan. Because if your plan calls for rack pulls at 300 pounds and you like pinch your lower back and it feels like shit, I think you should scrap that completely and either go home or do some like hyper extensions that doesn't cause that injury to happen. Your body is very smart and your body will tell you exactly what it needs. You just have to listen to it. We have 20 grams of EAAs, which is a fuck ton of EAAs, but
because like I am slightly in a calorie deficit, I want to make sure that when my body uses all the glycogen that I ate during the day, it's not going to tap into any muscle whatsoever. And then I have actually 20 grams of carbs in here, just to try to give me like an extra pump. Normally I do carbs until about like 6 weeks out of when I want to be the most lean, and then I'll drop the carbs. But we're gonna start a triple drop set superset of rear delts. Bent over and start heavy, go a little lighter, and well, you'll see. Every single set, I started with the 17s, then went 15s, then went 12. Set number 2, I'm gonna start with the 22s, then go 17, then go 15. And then set number 3, I'll start with the 25s, then go 22s, then go 17s. I always try to like increase it every single set. First set I kind of use as like feeling the weight, making sure it feels good, getting a good contraction. Second set I use like let's fucking pump it. And third set, I mean, third set's fucking die, so. Oh, that's it, baby. That's it. What I like to start or finish on, it's called the 360 rep challenge. Now, if you're one of my clients, you know that I give this to everyone because it absolutely is just, like you won't be able to jack off for like 2 weeks because your shoulders will be that fucking sore, but you basically start super light and you do 20 reps, 20 reps, 20 reps, going up in weight each 20 reps. Take a 30-second rest, and then start at the heaviest weight and then go back down 20 reps, 20 reps, 20 reps. If you do that for 3 sets, that's 360 reps. Like at the end, your shoulders are toasted. I literally start off on 10-pound dumbbells. And by the end, I can't even raise my arms. So, here we go again. Oh boy, see a fucking bird, baby. Big man. Yeah, 30-second rest here. 30 seconds to try to drain out lactic acid. It's all up here, baby. And the minute that 30 seconds hits, there's a clock right there. We go back down for another 60. And then when you think you're done, you got 2 more fucking sets. Holy fuck. Two, 3, 4. Holy shit. That's it right there. Oh wow, I'm out. You have to do 3 sets of that. We're not gonna film the last set because this video will just get way too long, but you're gonna do another set and I'll see you at the next exercise. Every cable's being taken right now in the gym, so we're gonna get really creative with this side delt. I've seen a few people do it. Usually I'm not one to do like weird ass shit in the gym, so I feel like people try to overcomplicate things, but I really want to do side delts right now, so we're gonna lay down on this bench, cross our arms, and keep constant tension on the side. You don't have to go heavy. Again, just pump the blood today. Going right into upright portion. Now, uprights is something like I didn't do for the longest time, and I'm like, man, like, why do all these people, like when they hit this pose, have like such big fucking shoulders and like fucking uprights, uprights, and uprights, but doing uprights the right way. So I like to do the first 2 sets kind of on like the lighter side, and then I like to push it on the 3rd set. But I know the 3rd set, when I push it, I like use a little more of my traps. So first 2 sets, make sure to set those shoulders down and really just like come up. Like literally think you're doing this pose, but you're bringing a bar. So like here's the bar, here's the pose. That's the exact same thing you want to do. And like I said, the third set always has to be balls to the walls, no matter what. Even the rest time's really short now that we're cutting. Probably only like 45 seconds to a minute tops. And a lot of these supersets. Kind of an upright variation that I absolutely fucking love. This is like a super close grip. I use a plate. If your plates don't have handles, that's okay, you can just grip it. But I kind of like just come up like this. It's just a little different like grip than what we were doing before. I'll show you what they look like. 3 sets, keep it fast. That's the last like upright. We're going right to front delt, and then we're done. So you're like, unless it's your last couple sets, I like to like pull the weight up and like still lower it slow. When I go like heavy, I'll like get it up and then I kind of just let it swing down. Again, the difference between like getting some extra force reps in versus actually contracting. I think you need to have both to get optimal muscle. You just need to figure out what works best for you. I'll show you guys how I trained growing up now. I used like no muscle contraction, no anything. All I cared about was fucking lifting heavy, balls to the walls, and that's it. So I'll show you guys like what an average set would look like. I low-key miss training like this. And that would be a set. And I would do all 3 sets like that and just crank it. I think there's a time and a place. I obviously think heavy weight builds muscle. All these people like fucking training light and shit, they all look like shit. Every single one of them. They have no muscle mass. You have to train heavy to get big. That's it. We're gonna wrap this video up here. I'll see you guys back at home. Thank you again to Martin for filming. That's it, that's really it.